Hey, it's Brook. Some people call me Babbling Brook. So, I got this crazy chord book I made. And it takes a long time to get through it. Most of my students are, well, if you made it up to page... Nobody's made it to page 12 yet, I'll tell you that. It's slow moving, but we'll get there. So, I'm kind of interested in page 8. Which are power chords. Hand drawn with love from your personal guitar teacher. So, I realize this is pretty basic. And yes, you can get this information any old place. I just picked it out of the air, just like putting my fingers random places until I discovered the sound. When I was a teenager, I probably did something like... something just trial and error, like a caveman discovering fire. So that's an E5, and that's where the book starts, or on page 8. The first power chord, E5. And follow, and then I go in a circle of fourths, E to A, E. So E is just open E plus this B. 0 and 2 in tablature talk, and the A5 is 0 and 2 on the next two strings, the A string and D string 2nd fret. And use your pointer finger. Of course, the guitar teacher is always telling us use your middle finger 2nd fret. But when you're playing rock and roll, you scoot up one. That's just the rule. All right, so you got your E, A. How about a D? Watch out for that 2nd string. And I gotta tell my mother she's a saint. I was teasing her because she said she gave donated some money to some children, a children's charity. I said, "Wow, $5 whole. How big of you!" All right, cool. So EAD. How about DAE? I would memorize those. I mean, I know we've done these before. Next, I put a G5 like this. Just to be weird, but actually it's very cool. That's the middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. You strum down and hope for the best. Probably knock out the A string. And 2 open strings. So we got E, A, D. G, D, A, E. Cool. So those are easy because they've got open strings. After that, I got C5 shown here. That's based at the 3rd fret, 5th string. The bass note is C. And the 5th is the G on the 5th fret, 4th string. I love describing these using words. It's it's fun to see if I can do it without choking. But F is next. That would be 1 and 3 in tablature language. Big fat F note. Add the 5th interval. C. F5. So if we put them in a row, we got E, A, D, G, C, F. Next is B flat, which is 1 string over. You're going to see a pattern here. It's very cool. The more you do this, the more you'll understand the pattern. It's very enjoyable. So here's a 1 and a 3, B flat and F. Let's do them in order again. E, A, D, G, C, F, B flat. Now E flat. See how they go across? Like E, A, D. That dun dun dun, those are fourths. So that's an E flat and a B flat. Next is A flat, which is A flat and E flat notes. Let's jump over to D flat, G flat, B, back to E. There's your circle. Let's do it. E, A, D, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, G flat, G flat, B, E. Cool. So those are 2-string, 2-note power chords. The next row, I do 3-note, 3-string chords. So I just add one more. An octave of the root. E, B, then a higher E. Here's A, 3 notes. D, I gotta do like this. It's basically a D chord, just skipped the first string. The G, I jumped over to this. New strings. All right, that's a G, D, G. Now C. G to C. Some people like to lay the ring finger flat. I don't really like that because it's just kind of, I think being on your tips gives you a little more flexibility for riffing and going into licks or whatever. All right, let's go down to the E, F5, then B flat, E flat 5. That's going to be a 1, 3, 4. So that's a nice little hand spread thing. Here's an A flat, D flat, G flat, B, and back to E. Real simple. So you can do them in any order you want. I just get a thrill out of that circle of fourths, going around in fourths. So I made some real dumb chord progressions underneath that. 15 chord progressions. First one's E5 to A5. If you were playing like eighth notes, it'd be like. Hard to beat that. E5 to A5. Super duper simple. All right, A5 to D5. And then we got D5 to G5. I was adding a little bit there. G5 to C5. C5 to F5. And so forth. I'm going to do number 12, B5 to E5. Number 13, I go B5, A5, G5, G flat 5. 14, A, D, E, D. And number 15, A5, G flat 5, D5, E5. So you can use the ring finger on the Ds if you feel like it. It just depends on the song and how it feels, how it sounds, and whatever you want to do. But that is page 8 on my chord book, showing a little bit about power chords. And hopefully my students will get better at those so we can go on to the next page. It's fun. But anyway, these books are available for $20. Just email me, hooverguitar@yahoo.com. And I'll send you a book. They're $20, maybe some shipping if you can spare it. All right, thanks a lot. Really appreciate you stopping by. Give me a thumbs up if you think I'm worthy